Masterclass. He's coming today with a blend of his industry experience and his actionable tips to give us approaches in which we can incorporate in our career, in our growth, in our personal growth, or in our career, and make data-driven decisions. So that being said, I'd like to welcome our expert today, Mr. Akid, to take it up from here. Thank you so much for staying through, guys. And Mr. Akid, you have the floor now. Thank you so much.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Gracious, for the warm welcome. Guys, I didn't pay her for the good intro I had. But yeah, let's begin the journey of Excel. Allow me to share my screen. And here we go. Excel Masterclass is what we are going to have. I would like to welcome you all in this session, which will be a session of 3 days. And we will be going through multiple. Just a moment. I think my screen share had stopped. Awesome. Hope it's visible now. And
Yes, it's visible.
awesome. So, most important stuff that we are going to do today is to work and have a hands-on for a tool which is pretty much versatile. We've all been in one way or the other working on Microsoft Excel. This is a tool which unites the whole world. Why do I say so? When I started my journey as corporate engineer, I was a mechanical engineer. When I went inside my office, they said, these are the datas and let's work around it. I was like, but I am a mechanical engineer. I'm supposed to be doing something with tools and engines. He's like, of course, you'll be doing with engines, but first you have to come and work with these. So that was surprising for me. I was like, what this tool has is that I have to go ahead and check on it. So imagine if this tool was not available, what will we be doing? We will be recording all of these data on a paper and changing it and talking about it here and there, right? So today we start this session uh, with the Excel foundations, wherein we'll talk about everything which is there as a basics of Excel. Then we move. Just a moment. I do see somebody annotating. I would request people not to annotate. So 3 days course starts with Excel foundation. Then we go into advanced formulas and pivots. And then we go into building a dashboard out of it. So power tool and a dynamic dashboard, which will help you understand. So that's how the journey will start for us. On day one, these are things that we are going to cover. Let me wait to the next. So the Excel master interface, some of the essential key shortcuts and quick shortcuts. So here is an Excel file which I'm going to share about it. So what you guys can see now is a pretty much similar phase. Put yes in the chat box if you have already seen Excel before coming to this meeting. Yes, yes, no, no.
Angalia, naomba nichemshe class maji moja tu.
Awesome. A lot of people have already seen it. This is good. That saves my 5 minutes. Cool. What you see on top ribbon are all the actions, all the tabs which allows us to perform the operation, starting with home ribbon. And there is a file. Of course, this setup is available with all the other Microsoft tools like Microsoft PowerPoint, Microsoft Power BI, and a lot of other like Microsoft Word as well, wherein you save a copy, you convert it into PDF, you share. you export, you close. Then comes this home button, and home is home to a lot of amazing stuff in Excel. Imagine you have copied something and you want to paste. This is the place you come to. And of course, if you paste it normally, it gets pasted. But if you want to paste it in other image, you can have it pasted. Now there are options like cut, copy, format painter. Format painter is something which we'll learn more as we go. I'm just giving a slight intro so that even if you have not done uh, anything on formatting, of course, in future we are going to learn more about it, and as we move into intermediate phase of it. This is where you change the font of whatever type that you input. It's like Calibri body is currently selected, then Abadi, extra light, and a lot of other fonts which are available. You can change the size of it, you can change the style of it, you can make it bold, you can make it italic, and everything comes in. Then that's how you manage their alignment, center alignment. If I write Akib as my name here, currently it is left aligned. How do we make it center? Uh, how do we take it upside, downside? Yes, we are going to cover ifs and macros via recording, George. Cool. A lot of these options, which are basics, but wrap text, merge and center, it allows you to merge and center. In general, you have numbers. How do we change the number? So suppose you have 200 written, but it is in dollars. How do I change it? I put like this. Uh, then there is a value like 100,000, but you do not know whether it's 100,000 or 1 million. How do we know that? So there is this comma separator thing which comes up, and it allows you to have that view. Then conditional formatting, this is coming up. We'll talk very deep on conditional formatting. Then how do you insert columns, sales? We'll have a look on these as well as we move forward. All the formatting that you do, how can you clear it up? How do you do a sort and filter operation? What is sort and filter? This is one of the data set. Let me introduce you this data set. This is a sales data set. And ladies and gentlemen, now we are getting inside an Excel file and the nitty gritties of Excel. So what you saw and on top was all the home ribbons. And there is a lot more I would request you guys to explore on your own. And as we run in this session, we will use all of this. At bottom, you have worksheet. So this is one of the worksheet. This is another worksheet. This is another worksheet. This is another worksheet. You can create as much as you want. It's like page in your book. In your book. Cool. This is the data set. This data set is of a sale of electronic product by a lot of sales guys. So you have salesperson, customer name, quantity, sales amount, which region it is being sold, what is the category, product, order date, order ID. Pretty simple data. It starts from 2024 1st January. It goes up to 19th Feb. So not much, like it's not so lengthy. I hope it's readable and you guys can understand. So it talks about how many monitors have been sold in what quantity, who is the salesperson, which customer bought it, what was the date they bought, what is the order ID. So this is the data set that we will work upon. Now you want to see what how do we sort these guys. So there are two, three ways that we use sort and filter option. One is here what you can see. If you click here, it says sort A to Z, sort Z to A, custom sort, and filter. Click on custom sort. It says Microsoft Excel found data next to your selection. Since you have not selected the whole data, it will not be sorted. I will say expand the selection. Now the whole selection is selected. How do you want to sort it? I want to sort the data with the name here, the salesperson name. So A to Z. That is one way. Majority of the time, we sort data basis the amount sold, like how much value, higher to lower. So let's do that first. So we are doing with sales amount, sales value, largest to smallest. Okay, awesome. We have sorted this whole stuff. Now you want to put a filter and you only want to look at what all sales Robert has done. And you are not interested in all other guys. Cool. We can do that. We'll select the whole data. How do you select the whole data? Here is the shortcut key. Control plus A. Type Control A in your system. Boom. Everything is selected. Once it is selected, you go here in filter and click here. Do you guys see something? A drop down kind of stuff here against all the columns? Yeah. We wanted to filter it. This is Robert. So we click here and we select Robert. Boom. We have filtered it out. How many steps did we take? We selected by Control A. We went here in home ribbon to sort and filter, and then we applied a filter. How much sale does Robert has done? If I select these, how do I select this? I bring my cell here. I type Shift, Control, and down arrow. Shift, Control, and down arrow. And it selects in that direction. Once I've selected, if you come down, you will see something like this. Average, count, and sum of it. And this amazing feature of Excel, if you click once on this, you have actually copied it. And when you paste it, how do you paste it? Control V. You see this 32823. This is the value of sum. So this is how you put filter. I put filter initially. Now I'll tell you another way to put filter. In the series of shortcuts, Control Z works everywhere. You do Control Z. Have gone. This is where we were. Another shortcut, and I'll share my screen. You can take a screenshot of all the shortcuts that we'll talk little later. But Control Shift and L button. You don't have to go here. You don't have to go here and select this. You can just do Control Shift and L, and you have put a filter on this. And you can click here and then select Robert. Are you all with me so far? Quick yes. Yeah. Awesome. Let's go and see what all we have in insert. So you can insert a pivot table. We are going to do this mostly in session 2. We are going to work around with pictures, shapes, icons. You want to bring an image into this file, you can bring it an image. If you want to bring an image within the cell, you can do that as well. Like if I normally bring in, it will go over the cell. If I just select this place in cell, the image will come in this cell itself. You can draw shapes. These are like beautification options available within Excel. You can change the fill of this, blue, red, change the outline. Awesome. These are insert options. Now, you can also insert Microsoft Form, which is an amazing thing. Then you go, you have this smart art. I'll try once. Then you have all the options to create chart. But what I love in chart, and you guys also would have heard. Have you guys heard the buzzword on pivot chart? This is amazing stuff. It does the pivot option and converts into a chart. We will learn very shortly one of the pivot charts. If you want, I can just create one quickly. I'll create a pivot chart. Let's do this. Select the range. Select the range. We are doing this in here. Let's do this here. Okay. Cool. We have created this pivot chart. What I want to see, I want to see the name of salesperson, and I want to see all the purchase amount that they've had in terms of a pie chart. So we are going to create a pie chart. Cool. We bring in this sales amount and we put it in values. Really important. When you learn pivot, exactly same will happen. We take salesperson and put them in axis. Now you know LS, John, Robert, Sophia. But now the if you see it here, it says count of sales amount. We want sum of sales amount. Click here for sum. Now the values have changed. Awesome. But I don't want to see a column chart. Uh, I want to see another chart, which is a pie chart, right? How do we change it to another chart? So we'll go to design and we'll say change chart type. Select pie chart, hit OK, boom. You have this. Right now you can see LS has the highest amount of sales, and next one is Sophia, then you have Robert, then you have John. Cool. This is how insert feature in Power Pivot works, and there's something really good. You guys will love it when you do. I just did once with pie chart. I would request you go to do it with a lot of other charts. I see there is a question. What do we do with the null values? Really nice question, Shalini. We replace it. Sometimes we replace it. And if we find that this is not needed at all, we remove it. So that comes in data cleaning aspect of it. So how do I remove all the columns with NA and nulls? I come here, select the filter, search here N and select. It's just one row which has it. Either you can replace it or you can delete it, change it to 0. Then with sorting, when you sort it, another way to sort it is to come here, click on this, and then there is an option sort smallest to largest, largest to smallest, sort by color. If there was color, it will sort by color. And you want to put a filter. This is amazing. You want to put a filter of top 10, above average, greater than, you can do all of it. So first let's put largest to smallest. You can have it. Then let's see how does the top 10 filter works. Click here. It says top 10 items basis amount. It says no, I don't want to see top 10. I want top 5. Boom. We are only seeing the top 5 values. Awesome. So that's on insert. You can insert line chart, column chart, win loss as well, and text box, everything which works. Will these shortcuts work on Mac as well? Yes, Rakesh. It's a Microsoft Excel shortcut, so I don't think it will matter much whether it is Mac or Windows. Is it possible to share the file? Gracious and like our team will be sharing the files as well.
Yeah,
Now
I
this
will
is
share the
something which
file
is
in MS Teams quickly.
awesome. Now we are looking at page layout, and if you guys have worked on Microsoft Word, you guys have seen this page layout, right? How they have margin, how they change the color of the page, how they select a theme from somewhere, then the size, all of those stuff. How you change the width. So currently width is height is automatic. You can change it. Now there's something amazing. I'm telling you, the way you are looking at Excel would change now. You always see these grid lines in Excel. If you come into this page layout and you say, I don't want to see grid lines, click here and it's gone. Now it looks so clean, right? It looks so clean. Then, of course, if you want to print it, send it forward, backward, selection pane, align. These are all features available in Microsoft Power BI, Microsoft PowerPoint. Is exactly same thing available in both the systems. They are mostly for shapes. How do you align them? Left, right, center. Currently, we don't have much shape, so we are seeing it grayed out. Now this page has gone on top of it, right? This chart is going on top of this table. If I want to send it backwards and all, you can try moving. Now let's look at formulas. Currently, they're all grayed out. They're all analytic formulas on how you want to work around. I would request you to go once and hover around to see what all options we have. Then we have data, and this is something which is mostly used. In second session, I'll be telling you guys to link this Excel with a live website, wherein we'll fetch data from live website and it will be connected. It will have a right connection. And it's a data of gold medal won in on a on a game. And once we connect it, that live connection will remain. You will have the data. You can create a dashboard out of it. Every time somebody else wins the medal and the website gets updated, your dashboard also gets updated. That is amazing. We will also tell you how to scrape data out of a PDF file. And these two things are awesome, which is we'll be covering in day 2 mostly. Here we have the feature of geography and stocks, which is more of AI feature. I'll be telling you AI in Excel in day 3. These are some of the analysis which, as a student, you might be doing. The goal seek, scenario manager, uh, and solver data analysis. I'll just give a glimpse of all of this very shortly, mostly in day 2 or day 3. I mean, I love some of the AI feature which we have, and of course, I'll tell you how. Then this is review. It's more of protecting the file if you don't want to share with everybody. And how do you want to protect keys, protect workbook? Then comes this view wherein you have grid lines. You can bring it back. What you also have is this amazing stuff called focus cell. If you click on this focus cell, what will happen is, imagine you are sharing your file with your client, or if you're presenting it to your professors. You, of course, you will be hovering this cursor the way I'm doing now. But if you click here, now it is focusing the cell you want to show, right? Do you guys find this as amazing feature? Because I have faced this difficulty most of the time whenever I present to my clients or whenever I share it with my managers. It's like, where is your cursor? And they're hovering and looking at the whole screen. But this allows you to uh, focus it. Awesome. Then you have zoom feature, zoom to selection, new windows, arrange all, each pane. Okay, I'll show you something else. And this is also something which you might have liked. So when we came down, we are seeing this order ID, date, uh, the product, electronics, east, south. If somebody is like somebody has good memory, they can tell. But what was the column header of each column? Somebody, if you guys can remember, please put a text here. What was the column header for this one? Anybody? Quantity? George Wangia, I think you are right. Quantity. What was the column header for this one? I column. I'm waiting. I think I thought this one was pretty easy. Customer. Yusuf says customer. Anybody else? Customer ID. All yes. Awesome. Yep. Nimra, Godfrey. Shalini, exactly, customer ID. So what is happening now is that once you come down, you're not able to see what was on the top, right? And that's a challenging when you are trying to show it to a wider audience. Only 10 out of 101 candidates were able to recall and tell. So, which means we need to have a way wherein the top one remains intact. You always see what is on top, and then you can look at it. So, Asgar, yes, Asgar says freeze pen is one of the features. Exactly right. Let me show you how to do it. There are three ways you can do freeze pen. One is freeze pen for a cell, one is for rows, the other one is for column. In this case, we don't need for cell. I think if we do for rows, it works. We'll do freeze pen, and if you go down, the header is freezed, so frozen. So Asgar guessed it really right. We do this a lot. But if you go right now, everything is gone. So imagine if you wanted to keep something of the left as well and wanted to show them up to here, like whatever is there in these three columns, and there were suppose 100 more columns. How do we do it? We select somewhere here and then do unfreeze pane, freeze pane. Now if you go right, these three remain same. So these are some of the features on us to navigate in the data that we have. Then comes the automate part. How do you run macros and automate stuff? One is that you learn VBA codes, which is little different. And my friends are trying annotation. Uh, so one is that you learn VBA code and automate everything. The other one is that you just record your steps and you're able to build a VBA code out of it. You don't have to learn the coding. Without coding knowledge, you can automate the task. If you are doing recurring task daily and you want to, like the way we created this table, right? If you're creating this table daily, you can create this table. Before creating this table, record action. You will have a option to record it. And once you record, you will be able to save it as an option. And we'll try to do it in day 3 if we have time. And then run it as an automated tool. Good feature actually. So, ladies and gentlemen, we have tried covering all the important stuff that we have in just the navigation, just the Excel face of it, and how we move around. Now, time is to show you my slide. I was saying, right? Kindly slow down. Sure, Vincent. We'll go a little slow now because now we have covered the basics of it. I would request you to, if you want to take if you want to take screenshot of this, you can take a screenshot here. What are the essential shortcuts? You can use control arrow to jump to data edge. Control shift L for toggle filters, as we said. Navigation control home. Selection for control, which I already talked. But would you say, hey Akib, uh, only 4 shortcuts? You said you had a lot of it. Yes, I had a lot of it. I'll show you something more. Let me go to next slide. I have all this. So if you see different kind of shortcuts, one is for navigation. So for navigation, these are the kind of filters we have. Control plus arrow key, which comes to add. Control from home to go to cell A1. Control end to go to the last used cell. Control page up down to switch between worksheet. Most of the time, we try to find where was that value. Use control F to find the values, control S to find and replace. So somebody was saying, how do I change NA? How do I change null? You can do control H, change everything once. Control Z to redo, undo, Control Y to redo. I'll show you some of the hands-on for doing this. Let me clean it all. Cool. So now we will try to look at some of the feature of how do we use this Control G, Control V. So suppose I copied these of files, and how do I copy? Control C. I pasted them by using Control V feature, Control V. So this is something which I have done it, right? It's an action taken. You want to undo this, you type Control Z, it's undo. But you, and then you remembered, okay, I was right only. Let's redo it. You type Control Y, it comes back. Then the feature like find and replace, right? I want to see uh, where is order number 1017. So the question came, I want to know the purchase amount for order 1017. Let's find it out. I type Control find. I will go here and say, what do I want to find? I want to find order 107. Click here, ORD 1017. Find next. Your focus cell has gone there. And now you are focused. And this is really important when you are trying to talk and share certain things with them. But you are like, hey, I don't want to call order 1017. I want to call this order 1017 as order 7. Well, we can do that. This is what you found. There was this option of replace. You say call it order 17. Then you use replace. There is an option of replace all, which is way more amazing than that. And I'll show you how it works. First of all, we'll do replace. We replaced. Now, if you see order 1017, it is 17. Now, somebody says, hey, can you replace Alice with Akib? So I'll say, okay, I'll replace Alice with Akib. I'll go here and type Alice here, Alice. Why Akib? Like, I'm not obsessed with my name. If you say gracious, I'll write gracious itself. So gracious. I want to replace Alice with gracious. Alice. I did replace button. It says I cannot find a match. Why can't you find a match? Is there a gap? Let me copy this. Now find next. So Excel has found it. I'll say replace it. Excel has replaced it. Excel has replaced it once. I am saying again replace. So it is replacing there. Again, replace again, replace again, replace again. And you will be doing this operation as many number of times Alice is mentioned. Now Rishu says, I want to replace Alice with Rishu, but I don't want to do it one time. I want to do it everything once. Okay, there is this option of replace all. And you guys have to just watch my screen. It says all done. We have made 8 replacement. Everywhere Alice was mentioned in this Excel, they have replaced it. Now let's try with Robert, right? Robert. Whom do you guys want to replace this with? Robert to who is coming on the screen? Hasini. Hasini. Replace all. Everywhere we had Robert, it's changed to Hasini now. There are 14 places wherein we had Hasini. So this is replace feature. Control page up and down is not working to change the sheet. Okay. This is something which is controversial. Sometimes it works, sometimes it does not. Let me try. So we are in this worksheet. we want to go to another worksheet. So I'll try to use Control Shift down, Control down, Control page up. It's working, right? Control down is coming back. Control page up is working up. Can you guys try again once more? I would request people to put questions in the chat box because we have a lot of audience. But I think it is working for me. You don't have to put shift, control, and page up. The plus sign is only to tell you that control plus, but don't use plus. Just use control and page down button and it'll work. It's working for me. Cool. We looked at some of these: find, replace, undo. Now let's look at formatting option. This is something which you guys might like, and I've done it for you. So if you go into this section, I've done a lot of formatting. These formattings are conditional formatting, which is a little next version of formatting. Let's just see how do we format these. I take this data into a new sheet, which is a clean. Cool. We want to do formatting in this page. What are the options
We
available
can't
in
see
formatting?
your screen again, please. We can't see your screen.
Is it with everybody, or you guys can't see my
Yeah,
screen?
We
I
we
can
can
see your screen.
see the screen.
I think it should be shared.
Okay, let me share the screen again. Is it visible now? Awesome.
Yes,
Yes,
yes.
it's visible. Thank you so much.
Awesome. So, which always go for updated the fresh version Asgar. Irene, okay. We'll try to slow it down. Is there any challenge with find feature, Irene? Were you able to do find and replace? Cool. No. Formatting is something which is really important. Why I say so? Because that's how you present the data. And oh, wait, wait. No, no, no. Is my screen still visible? Yeah. So formatting,
Yes, yes.
we have few shortcuts available. And when I was in my first job, I was showing data very in a normal way, and I was called out to format them little better so that it's easily perceivable to eyes. How do we do that? There are a lot of options in formatting. I will tell you this shortcut, which is Control+1, which opens up a tab of format. We'll use those, but before, if these are already bold, which you can do from here also, if you click on B, it's getting bold. If you click on I, it becomes italic. If you click on underline, it has an underline. Are you all with me? Click yes.
Yes, yes.
Awesome. Cool. On the formatting feature, you can have a background color. You can change the font color. Now this looks a little better. So blue and black, blue and white combination is good. Now within formatting, you can align them. So if I make it a little longer, so what is happening is order ID is here on top, but I want to see them in the middle. You click here and they are aligned in middle. If you click on this one, it goes left. If you click on middle, it comes in middle. These are good options. Now somebody says, I want order ID in a counterclockwise direction. Okay, you can have it. So you can select all of these. You can click here, angle counterclockwise for all of them, and everything is counterclockwise. This happens when your names are a little longer and you want to shorten it. I'll do Control Z. Now I'll tell you this. So suppose order ID and date, you wanted to tell it together. So how do you do it? You can use this feature which is called merge and center. Click here. Now you have merged these two cells into one. Do you see this? These are some of the basics of formatting. The other basics are like these amount values. We do not know whether they are in dollar, whether they are in INR or what kind of stuff. We select all of the value. How do I select? Control Shift and down arrow. And I go into this option and select dollar for dollar. Now I'd see there are two decimal points added and I don't like them. You can come here and click decrease decimal, it decreases. But if you want to see the decimal at one place, you increase decimal. This is awesome, right? What happened while doing the dollar sign is that it kind of added the 1000 separator. But imagine there were no 1000 separators, and I had this number, pretty long, and you are sharing your screen and telling your management, hey, we are going to save this much amount. So this is my saving if I run this project. And your manager is busy counting zeros. Like, how many zeros? Can you just tell what is it? How do we change it? So I was talking about this shortcut, and this is my go-to shortcut. Has any one of you used Control+1 in past? Yes, in the chat box. Nope, Adrian said no. Nope, 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 nope. Awesome. Let me show you Control+1 feature. This is amazing. You'll love it. I select whatever I want to change formatting. I hit Control+1 and then this pops up. This is amazing. You can change the font, you can change alignment, you can change number, you can have border, you can have fill, you can have protection, and we'll do all of it. What will I do? I'll go into number. In number, you have this option of using 1000 separator. This is amazing. You can add number of decimal places you want. I don't want any of it. So I'll do 0. Imagine if this was a date, we could have used this date feature as well. We'll do it for this column. We go in accounting and we say, I want to see it as, since a lot of people are here from India, we want to see it as India INR. So rupees Tamil India, rupees Urdu India. Click here. And the moment you hit OK, you have R. I'm telling you, this is much amazing. Now, the whole data set that we have does not have any borders. I have selected whole data by using Control A. And this is amazing. This Control A, which I'm telling right now, these shortcuts will work in your Excel, in your Power BI, in your PowerPoint, in your Outlook, anywhere. If you have a lot of other stuff, just try hitting Control A. It will select all the folders available. This is amazing. Now I hit Control+1 and I go in border. In border, I select this outline and I select this as well. Then I hit OK. Now the borders are there for the whole box. It's so amazing. Go in view button, remove grid line. Now if you see the same data what we had in past, it looked so bland. Now we have formatted it and this is like really making some sense. Now let's look at this. In order date, your yes, we'll work on Power Query, Gabriel. No problem. I want to change this order date format. Currently, it is date and time, but I want to move forward in my life. I want to see them better. Okay. I will select all of the column. I'll hit Control 1. I come here in number, and here there is date option. In date, you have all these formatting available. You want to have short date like this, you can have it. You want to see the days as well, you can have it. Like Wednesday, March 14. You want to just have 14 March kind of thing, you can have it. You want to have a formatting like 14 March and 12, guess what, you can have it. Just click OK and it's available. You did all this. I have another shortcut for this, just a spoiler alert. So select all of this, hit Control Shift and 3. Boom. Same thing. You didn't have to go to Control 1 also. But these are some of the features. Yes, that is what we formatted, Kelvin. We changed it, right? I will repeat, Georgie. So I'll do Control Z. I did Control Z. I have selected all of this. I go to Control 1. I go to date. Here is what all options you have. Once you come here, you have to select OK. Once you hit OK, yeah. This is the Control 1 route. You could have done the date and time in the same column. We already had, right? We already have. You can change the normal formatting like Control B, make it italic, something of that sort. But let me see if there any other option in. If you want to convert them into two columns of date separate and time separate, that is awesome thing. We can do that as well. There is a feature on text to column. I was supposed to cover it in the next stuff, but yeah. Go to next, use space. So this is where you have to pay close attention. When we go and we are saying, wherever you have a space from that place, you have to differentiate. Go next. It says where you want to do. I want to do it in O1. I want to do it in O1. Finish. There is already, do you want to replace it? Yes. You have date separately, like date separately, time separately. Cool. We looked at some of the formatting feature on formatting. Control A we have already done. Control Shift arrow key is what we have been using. Apply and remove filter, Control Shift L. We started the session with that. Now, Gabriel says, let's do date and time separation separately. No problem. Let's do it again. Let's delete all of this. Select this column. Come to data. That is step 2. Then there is a thing called text to column. Select this. Now there will be 3 steps here. Do you want it to be delimited, such as commas, tabs, separate each field? Or do you want to have fixed width? Currently, we'll go with delimited version. If there is a case of fixed width, we can do that as well. But in this case, I can see that there is a space here which I want to use. So I go next. Then here, nothing was selected, suppose. So you select space. And once you select space, you can see the preview, data preview, how it will change. You will have order, date, name separately. Then go next. Where do you want to bring these guys? You want to bring it immediate? You want to bring it in here? You want to bring it in here? That's where you select the destination. I want to select as O1. O1. Let's select O1. Now, this is the final step. Gabriel and others, you hit
हजुर
finish,
खान्छु क्या अहिले बस्नु न
done. Awesome. Cool. Hope it made sense and you guys were able to follow. I am going to talk about something really awesome on formulas. You might love it. How do we do it? So, this is the sales amount. I want to see the sum of all the sales amount. It will come in the next feature wherein we will talk some of the formulas. If, sum, if, count, if. Let's do sum. So sum, how do we do it? You start writing formulas. I want 100% attention here from people. Some formulas we are going to build. Equal to sum, hit shift. Now you have to select. Once you select and complete the bracket, you have done this. Sum I5 to I54. Hit enter, you have sum of it. Awesome. Everybody was able to follow on this? Quick yes in the chat box. We did. Cameron did. Awesome. Awesome. Cool. I am telling you what is amazing. I did that sum functions and all. I have this shortcut called Alt plus. Alt button and plus button or equal button, whatever you have. Just hit on that, come into this cell, hit Alt plus, and it does the sum. Try it in your system. This is amazing. It like saves a lot of time for me whenever I do. And it's amazing. Like you don't have to write the formula as such. Savannah says nice. Kamran says wow. Yes, this is good feature. Whatever we have used so far. Now F4 is repeat. I think you guys can try on your own. Shift F9, Control Shift U, expand collapse, formula bar. These are good things, you can use it. I'll now move into something what I have been waiting for you to. This will work in any Excel version, Cameron. Yes, it will work everywhere. These 4 formulas I want to work today. If, sum if, count if. I will also talk about some ifs, which will have S. What these formulas do that if puts a condition, it's a logic, wherein you want to give a segmentation of something. Then there is an ifs, which has multiple conditions. Then there is sum if, which is like filtered sum. There is count if, which is counting matches. Let me take you to my Excel. Sheet 2, formula. This is what we are going to do now. These two I have already added before the session. I want to categorize this cell into high and low. Is it a high cell? Is it a low cell? So Josephine said that all the shipments, all the sales which were of amount more than $2,000, that is a high sale, and all the values which were lesser than 2000, that were low sales. I am deleting this and we will write this formula from scratch. Josephine, you want to change the number from 2000 to 1500? Yes, no? No? I'll do it for 1500. If this cell amount is greater than 1500, then say it is high. So every time you write a formula, see there will be a box opening up, which is this box. I'm taking it and it gives you a direction on how you want to write a formula. So pay close attention to what it says. Logical test, value if true, value if false. What I did, I started this. I'll remove this. I haven't done anything. It says logical test first. What is the logical test? Josephine said sales amount greater than 1500. Come select the column which cell which is G3. Then use this greater than box, greater than tab, and it says 1500 rupees, $1500. If this value is greater than 1500, then call it high, else you call it low. I want you to do it on your own because you have the Excel file. Just do it and text me yes in the chat box or done in the chat box. I am hitting this formula and I have yes. I will copy this formula, go up to down and paste it with Control V. Boom, we have it done. Just do it in your system and confirm done in the chat box. Yes? How many of you have done it? If you have done it. The Excel file is shared by Gracious in the same chat. If you go to older chats, the Excel file is shared, Emma. Sapna says yes. Yuvir says yes. Savannah said yes. Awesome. You guys have passed the test, first test. The second test is, I want 3 categories and I'll delete this. I want 3 categories. All the values which are greater than $2,000, we call it as very high sales. All the values which are between 1500 to 2000, I want to call it high sales. All the values which are lesser than 1500, I want to call them low sales. These are 3 conditions applied, and I want to learn to apply multiple logic. So 3 I have applied. You can apply multiple logics that you want. You can have 10 segmentation. Are you all with me? Let's do this. Let's do this. I have deleted the formula for you guys. Let's start. I am now writing a formula called ifs, not the if. Ifs. Ifs is for multiple logics. Hit tab and then it says logical test 1, value of true. Logical test 1 is that G3, if it is greater than 2000, then give me very high sales. Ladies and gentlemen, if you see my screen, every time I'm writing a text, I'm putting them in double inverted comma because they are data type text. This is really important for you to understand. You can't just write very high sales because they are text data types. They're not numbers. Had it been numbers, I would have done it. But here, because they are text, you have to write it in double inverted comma. Now, one logic is done. The other logic was if V3, if the value is greater than 1500, then call them high sales. I'll call them high sales. And if you see this option, right, it keeps giving you next options what you have to do. The next one is give the logical test 3 and then value of 3. The next one is that if the value is less than 1500, and somebody can say what happens to the equal sign, equal 1500. Let's put less than equal to 1500 as low sales. If you learn this formula, I think in future you can use any formulas on your own. I am hitting OK. I have very high sales, go up to low sales. Now you have the category where if you see 1382, it falls under low sales. If you see 1595, it falls in high sales. I would wait for people to do this ifs function and confirm me done in the chat box. Are you all with me? You guys are able to do it? It's taking time, but yeah, let's try, because only if you try and do some hands-on, you'll be able to do it quickly. Or if you guys want me to repeat, I'll repeat. We have 81 people. I'm requesting, I'm expecting that at least 10 people should be able to put this formula. Awesome. Seth did it first. Emmanuel did. You were also. I'm happy. I'm happy that it worked. Awesome. Kamran also did it. Sapna. I would see. Nora, Joseph, Mohammed. Hope you guys are trying in the back end and doing it parallelly, because now we are in a stage of session where we are learning putting in formulas. Before it, they were all formatting and beautification and how you navigate. But this is where we are learning the formulas. You guys are happy doing this, but you will be way more happy when you use these formulas. 3 formulas which we are going to do. We'll do it very quickly, because now that you know how to do it, it will be easy. What I'm trying to say is, I want to sum the sales amount which different salesperson have sold. So Robert is one of the salesperson. Sophia is. John is. Alice is. I want to create sum of the sales that they have made. How do I do it? Because it is a sum, but it is a filtered sum. I'll use this formula which is called sum if. Type sum if. You have this. Hit tab. And now if you look at this, it says range, criteria, sum range. Which range we are talking? We are talking the salesperson range, which is this. Select this range. I need your full attention when I'm talking this, because this is where we are going to learn it, the sum if. Sum if which range? Salesperson range. What is the criteria? The criteria that the name should be coming from this place, which is Sophia. What do you want to sum? Do you want to sum the quantity sold? Do you want to sum the sales amount? For now, we want to just sum the sales amount. We could have done it with quantity as well, no problem. But amount. Cool. I selected amount. I complete the bracket. I hit enter. Boom. You have done it. Copy this formula, paste it. This total was done earlier, but I have told you the easy way out, Alt plus. It does the sum. I would request you guys to do this sum if as well. If it works with you, just put a text done in the chat box. Awesome. AD Diong says done. Faith again. Faith is the topper in the class, it seems. You have Uvir, you have Emmanuel. Awesome. This is good. We are learning something. Now, this is a step, the next level of what we have learned. This is called sum ifs, where there are 2 logics. One is that customer, the other one is that monitor. I want to see which customer has spent money on different kind of uh, product that they have bought, and how much money they have spent for different region. I want to see how much money customer 3 has spent buying monitor, buying laptop, buying mouse, buying keyboard in this data board. I will use, because it is sum, I will use sum ifs function. I am deleting now and starting it again. You guys have to pay your close attention. Sum ifs. I'm using this formula sum ifs, not sum if this time. Sum ifs. Now when you use sum ifs, it says what sum range you have. Now sum range is coming in the beginning. You have to tell sum range. Sum range for me now is sales amount. Awesome. We told them what is sum range. 8 comma. Now it says what is the criteria range 1? Criteria range 1 is customer ID, right? So customer is here. So customer ID. Select customer ID. It says now what is the criteria 1? Criteria 1 is that it should match with customer 3. First logic is built. Now we hit comma and it says criteria range 2 and criteria 2. Let me mute Christopher. Yeah. Criteria range 2 and criteria 2. Criteria range 2 is that it should be monitor, it should be laptop, it should be printer, it should be mouse. Here the product is this. The criteria range is this. Now it should match with the monitor here, right? If I hit enter, this is done. This is done. Now I'll tell you something which is really important. The feature of freezing these cells. Because if I copy this and paste this here, the formula is changing and it is giving 0. Now the whole reference have changed. If you want to keep your references same, you have to freeze this ranges. How do you freeze it? Select all of them. Function plus F4 button. Function plus F4 button. This is to freeze. Or if you can manually put a dollar sign, it works. Select this region, do it. Select the other range, hit Fn, F4, it will work. For DD, select F4. You have frozen all the ranges. Let's copy this and paste it here. Once you paste it, you will see that customer 3, it's kind of now taking 2775, which means there is some problem. And the problem is that we need to freeze criteria cells as well, like criteria 1. Criteria 1, of course, is this N12 cell, but even if I move to other cells in the right, it should always be coming from N cell. So put a dollar sign before N by shift 4 button. And for criteria of monitor, which is on the top, it should always be from 11th row. It should not come down from 11. So 11 is what we fix. Shift F4. You have to be really sure on what you want to fix. In the case of monitor and laptop and printer, they're all in the same row, right? The row number is 11. In case of customer 3, 18, 14, they're all in N column, but they're in different rows, 11, 12, 13. So in case of monitor laptop, I'm freezing 11. In case of customer, I'm freezing N column. I hit enter, and now this formula is ready to be pasted in total sales. Do you guys see this? This is amazing feature. You don't have to manually calculate and put formula everywhere. You have to put formula once and then just paste it. Asgar says absolute and cell referencing. Exactly. We need to put the right reference. I would request you guys to do this and confirm done in the chat box. I'm hoping Faith will do it again. Rishu will do, and then other people. Emmanuel has done it. Awesome. Oh, Emmanuel came out first today. This is so good. Faith, you're getting late this time. Benedict did it. Awesome. Oh, Faith also did it. Aditya done. Awesome. SumIf feature is awesome. If you have learned SumIf, CountIf becomes way more easier. 4 people have done it. But yeah, 4 out of 74 people. Which is like Rishu also did it. Awesome. So I would request you guys to use CountIf function as well, which is here. CountIf function is, I'll do it once and then you guys do it as a homework. So CountIfs, when you type CountIfs, it says criteria range 1. What is the criteria range 1? Salesperson, and range is this. Then the other criteria is that it should be from the same product range, and the product column. Just there is no other range. And let me delete this. How do we create the referencing? As told Asgar, we freeze them F and F4. For Q4, we want them from Q, so put at this. For D and D, let's do F and F4. For R3, we need them to be from third row always. Done it. Just paste it. We're done. Now you are saying, hey, I want to see total at the bottom. Just do it Alt plus. Copy this, paste it. I think we could have done it here as well. Alt plus, it works. Ladies and gentlemen, we have learned these 4 formulas: if, SumIf, CountIf, sum, all these Excel shortcuts. We have looked at interface, how it works, and we were trying to do a lot of other stuff. One thing which is remaining now is conditional formatting. We'll cover in the next session. As an hands-on, I would request you guys to go ahead and start putting in these formulas on your own. If, CountIf, SumIf, then you will have Maxic ifs, and come in the next session and we'll see. Now, what all, so this is what we are doing today. Conditional formatting is what we have to do. Formatting we have done. Core formulas, Excel interface. Day 2, we will learn more on lookups and pivots. Day 3 is, of course, Power Query and dashboard. So tomorrow we'll look on a lot of lookup formulas like XLOOKUP, VLOOKUP, index match. How do you bring in data in the system, and then using charts, creating charts using Power Pivot, creating pivot tables. So this is what going to be in the next session. I'll also put what exactly we are going to do in the day 2 in the chat box. But for now, I'll hand over the stage back to Gracious. I think we are on time.
Yeah, thank you so much. This was a very informative section, and I'm very happy to be part of it because I've learned a lot about CountIf and using the conditional formatting as well. So guys, if you've learned a lot as well, can you just give us a reaction or leave a comment in the chat box? Okay, thank you so much, Yusuf. Okay, that being said, if you have any questions, now is the time to ask your questions. So feel free to chat, leave a chat on the chat box. Tell us your questions, where you need us to, rehydrate. If you want, you can even unmute and ask your questions. So please, the stage is yours. Feel free to ask questions. Okay, I think we have some questions on the chat box.
Okay, I'm just putting the agenda for day 2 so that you guys are aware what we are going to cover. And if you guys can read something before coming in, it will be great. Awesome. Let me check the messages. Which MX version? My internet is not working. I can't help on internet. MX Excel version, I'm using the fresh ones in 2025 April or May version. Can't exactly remember, but it is the updated version I have. Thank you so much. Good to chat. This has been really helpful. Thank you so much. I experience sometimes when clicking filter option by mistake, click sort and then whole data jumbled even though it undo I am unable to recover the original data. Please suggest what should I do in that case. Mhm. Just try hitting Control Z, Control Z. If I think that should help. Data, if you feel like they're jumbled, sort them in the options that you want to see. Sort them the way they were there in past, like high to low, low to high, or if you want to put A to Z from salesperson, like there are a lot of ways that we sort, but it doesn't have to be in the exactly same way that you got the data. But you like one of the key learnings I have had in my life is that when you are presenting something, some data, always have them sorted either with high to low as values or something of that sort. So that's for Rishu Raj. And if you have any particular case, you can just share it in that. Can I get the recording? I hope yes, they'll get.
Yeah, the recording will be shared with everyone on the MS Team groups. So please, if you have any questions regarding your deliverables or regarding the section you want Mr. Akif to cover or you want him to answer, please feel free to unmute and ask or type your question on the chat box. We are going to be willing to assist you or answer your queries as well.
And if you guys don't have question, I have a question for you.
Okay,
It
of
was
course.
that way. Uh, what shortcut did you learn for the first time in this session? Just a quick chat, like people who learned any shortcuts for the first time, like Control 1, Control A. Just put it in the chat box. Meanwhile, Khansa Rasul has some question. Khansa, go ahead, unmute yourself and talk. Control 1, Control 1, Alt plus. Hasini says Alt plus. Yes. Control and Rishubraj. Awesome. Control 1. Khansa, you can unmute yourself and tell your query. We see your hand raised. Kelvin says Control 1. Yeah. Control 1 is amazing. Like when I learned for the first time, I was really excited to use that formula. Fn plus F for Emmanuel. Yes, they are high level. Control Z, Paul. Control 1, Emma. I think all the formulas that we had right there, they are helping me here and there. And I'm dead sure we'll be talking some of the more shortcuts in the next session because whenever there is a need, I go to those formulas. So my mind is built in that way. And we'll talk some of the more formulas. There is this automated filter option. I'll see if I can cover that in the next session. But guys, I've shared the agenda in the chat box. I would request you guys to do Google and whatever, you try to learn a little bit before the session. When we jump into the session, you will be having some idea, and then we can expedite the session and try to cover more stuff. Khansa Rasul, again, your hand is raised. You have a question. We can't hear you. It's in mute. There is a question on do we need to register for each session separately? Okay,
No,
Nancy has already replied.
you don't have to. We'll be sharing with you the Zoom link, and you can join the section on the section day. So just make sure to join on time, and you have free access to the section. You don't need any separate or any further registration.
Awesome.
Okay. So please don't be shy. This is a very safe space. Feel free to
Yes.
ask a question. I'm going to repeat that. Feel free to say what is on your mind. And there is no stupid question, of course. We are going to be happy to answer your queries.
Yes.
Okay, you can go ahead, sir.
Anybody has a question? I'm liking the insight, George. If you guys don't have questions, just tell your.
I think I think they got the most from the section. I think it was very insightful and they got everything you said. But if I'm wrong, of course, please feel free to step up and ask your question.
If you don't have a question, just unmute yourself and talk what you liked in the session. That way we'll be able to recap and rememorize. Like that also is available.
Okay.
Emmanuel.
Emmanuel, please.
Okay, yeah, so good evening, everyone. Hope I'm audible.
Yes, you are.
Yes.
Oh, okay. So my particular is not a question. The session was very, very interesting, and I like the pace at which the instructor was going. It really encouraged us to learn, and then give us more insights on Excel. A lot was taught, and a lot has been learned, which I believe after this we'll find time to digest it very well. However, I would have loved, I know the time was very short. When it comes to Excel, a lot is expected, but the time is limited. If we can go in a very slow learning pace, because formulas you need time to understand the formula. We're rushing the formulas, and so I don't think we're going to be reminding some of them. And tomorrow we'll be picking from others. So maybe by tomorrow, we should take it slowly a bit to see what we can be able to cover.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well noted, Emmanuel. I'm looking for these kind of feedbacks so that we can curate our content accordingly and pace down whenever there is a formula or something of that sort. My request with all the learners here is that you will have a recording, watch it, and if you have any question from any formula, next session you can come ahead and put it in the chat box. This is what I'm facing. In today's session, I also wanted to cover conditional formatting. I could not because of the time constraint, and of course noted on trying to be a little slower and still pacing out to achieve max output that we can and the max learning that we can get out of this time for all of us, right? So yeah.
Thank you, Emmanuel, for that feedback. That has been taken into consideration. Okay. So I would also want to ask you all to say what you've learned. You can type it on the chat box. I think we have someone who said she learned new shortcuts, tricks, and formula. So let us know what you've learned into this section. And hopefully we are going to touch more, dive deep, and more into tomorrow's section. We have a section tomorrow, and same time we'll be sharing the link via email and also on the MS Team group. So just if you have any questions, maybe after going through the section, you can bring your questions to the section tomorrow, and we're going to treat them all. But however, I would like to know what you've learned in today's section. So you can unmute, you can type it. What have you learned throughout the section today? Yeah, yes, tomorrow, same time tomorrow. Would I say the learners are shy to ask or give us their insights? Okay, that's fine. So I think we have gotten a lot of information and we should call it a day. Okay, Emmanuel, do you have something to say?
Okay, yeah. So I realize we really don't want to appreciate our instructor and then encourage him for tomorrow. But seriously, we learned a lot. At least today is the first day I learned the difference between if and some